Let's talk about my 48-hour manifestation money miracles. How I did it that actually worked for me in 48 hours or less. I'm about to lay it out for you so you can do it without the stress, without the sorrow, without the wonder. Welcome to the channel, Stacks from Scratch. It is me, it is I, your girl, your favorite host, to cover anything on this whole internet. Mrs. Latoya Slater. And that's right, you already know. If you've been here before, you can just call me Toya. What's up, everybody? Yes, I have good news. You can manifest money without a job, without begging, without taking a loan. You can manifest money, and you can manifest money fast. I'm talking 48-hour fast or less. I've done it in less. And I just want to share with you some things that I do that make people think I'm crazy. This is probably the reason why I'm alone a lot. And I've taken that into stride. I have no qualms with that. But here's the thing. If we talking money, which I am always talking money. I love talking money. I love talking about money with you. I love the feeling that I get when I'm discussing the money with you. I love what I learn about the money. Money is amazing. Money is fabulous. Money is perfect in her place. And if we're going to be talking about the money, let's put it out there. Every time I do certain things, I find that the money shows up fast. And when I sat down and calculated it, yes, I realized that I've done this in less than 2 days before. And I got to share with my Get It Girl gang how I've done it. They call me delusional, and it's okay. I call it spiritual. But you can call it what you want to call it. It works. And that's it. So let me show you some of the exact things that I've did, some of the exact words that I use, and some of the techniques that will blow your mind. Let's get into it. So I'm going to give you these as prompts for you to use to tailor and, specialize and customize to your own. Nobody can tell you how to manifest, first of all. Let's get that out there in the open. You do this naturally. It's a default we have that we create what we focus on. And it just is what it is. But that's why a lot of times people are calling out different laws. Law of attraction, law of assumption, law of polarity. And yes, there are many universal laws. The law of gravity. But one thing we know about each and every law is that they never fail. The law never fails. That's why in the Bible say the Lord has no respect of person. The law is the law, and it's going to respond, react the way it always does, naturally. So what I like to do when I'm in a bind, or even not a bind, and I find myself just thinking about the money, find myself just magnetizing the money. Here's some of the things that I've done. So I like to call this number one. I like to think about this as an instant mental rehearsal. So this is what I did. First, I'm going to tell you what I did, and I'm going to tell you why it worked. I was in the store. I was in Walmart, and I was with my mom. Actually, she was shopping, and I was just in there. She was taking so long. I started looking around, and I was in the home section. I saw a set of bed sheets, and they were Egyptian cotton sheets. These sheets had to be like $160, maybe 180, somewhere like that. Yeah, in Walmart. These was like some really, they say hotel style luxury sheets. Okay, Egyptian cotton. That's what they said. So this is what I did mentally. I picked the sheets up in my hand and I walked to the register, and I greeted the woman there, and she rung up the sheets. I paid her for the sheets. She gave me a receipt, and I said, "Thank you." And when I did this, I'm standing in the middle of the store doing this, imagining making this purchase. And I knew I had $12 on my card. I couldn't get these sheets with what I had. And I put the sheets back on the shelf, still feeling good. Like I really just paid for these sheets. It felt real. I incorporated the senses. The woman took my money, made this transaction, and I thanked her for this transaction. And I put the sheets back on the shelf. And as soon as I was about to walk off, this young guy walked up to me and he's like, "Ma'am." And I looked back, he's wearing a Walmart smock. And he said, "Did you want these sheets because they on sale?" I said, "Oh, I can't get them today. How much are they?" He said, "They $12." Flew to the counter. I bought the sheets. I took them home, put them inside my closet, and I was scared to open those suckers for about 3 weeks. But let me tell you something. Mental rehearsal is not a joke. Just recently, I had a friend talking to me about something difficult she was facing, and she was on her way to do it, and I stopped her in her tracks. What do you mean you have no idea what's going to happen when you get there? Create it. Do a mental rehearsal before you go. Tell yourself what's about to happen. Tell yourself what's about to happen. And this instant mental rehearsal will set you up to win every time. And that's why I call it instant, because I didn't even need to leave the store. You know what Reverend I say? You don't get what you pay for. You only get what you see. If you can picture it, you can get it. So my next technique is really fun, and I did an entire video about this and the phone call technique. Okay, like I told you, nobody needs techniques. You manifest on default. You can do this without even trying. But some of us are still in the state of mind where we really believe this can help us, and thus it will. Once you believe that this is what's pushing your manifestations out, it's gonna work for you. So, no, it won't work for everyone, but these techniques will work for anyone who can believe that it will work for them and give it an honest effort. So, my second technique is the phone call technique. Now, we did learn this from Neville. Neville Goddard showed us that this was a worthy idea. But then again, here came Amber the Love Gal, who showed me and refreshed my memory and refreshed my attraction to this technique, the phone call. You just imagine the phone ringing and you hear your best friend yelling, "Girl, guess what, girl? Girl, I'm so proud of you." And you spilling the beans. Or, "Girl, the deposit just cleared." Whatever your desire is. And it don't have to be an exciting call. Make it normal. "Oh, the check just cashed. I'll be over there in a few minutes. The deposit just cleared, so I can meet you now. We can meet up for drinks." And I did the entire call on a video, and you can go watch it on my page right now. And this worked so fast, so freaking fast. It scared the crap out of me. First of all, you need to know I play Amber the Little Girl on repeat. So I'm sitting in my room, probably cleaning, moving around, and she's playing on my television. So as she's doing the call with me, I'm doing it in my mind, literally, honestly, intentionally. Not for anything specific. Just thanking my friend for sending me a check. That's what the call was. My friend called me and told me out the blue she came across some money and she just wanted to send me something. Okay. 2 days later, Mother's Day, and I post all this on my video. I received a cash out from a friend for $1,100. It worked. Go watch the video. I got the proof on there for you to see with your own eyes. Yeah, I needed to spend the money really quickly. I needed to do some things that I ended up getting done. But look how it came so unexpectedly, and that's what makes it so fun. The phone call technique. You should give this a try. Because after you run this script in your head one time, 2 days later or less, bam, you're going to see some additions. Your subconscious don't play. It just delivers. It just delivers. It's like a trained little monkey. The monkey mind. It just delivers what you teach it. So here's my third technique, y'all. This is so profound to me. And I don't think I have actually. Yes, I have. I know I have. I don't have a story right here on my mind, but if something come up, I'm gonna give you an example of some a personal relativity. But there was a story that Neville Goddard shared, and this is the lie to myself technique. And he showed us how to do this when he gave us this beautiful story of a young girl who had been separated from her parents this Christmas time, and she was riding the train, and I mean separated as in like taken into somebody else's care. And she wanted to be with her mom and dad but couldn't. And she was on a train, overwhelmed by the other children on the train, enjoying their Christmas toys and being excited, full of Christmas joy. And here she was, so despondent, and she cried. And she cried to the point where she got up, left her seat, and went out on the back of the train. And the tears just flooded her face. But she lied to herself. In the midst of her sorrow, she lied to herself and said, "These are not tears, but this is the mist from the ocean. And I'm on a ship headed for the Bay of Simone." And a couple days later, her aunt sent for her unexpectedly. And she found herself on a ship entering the Bay of Simone with the mist. She was on the train crying and said she tasted the tears and said, "But this is not tears. This is the mist on my face from the ocean water as I'm on my ship entering the Bay of Simone." And of course, I can't tell it like Neville. He is the greatest storyteller of life. But this was laid out so perfectly, eloquently. You couldn't deny the feeling in that. And this is just so you know, delusion is a big part of winning, because sometimes we can be so sure of ourselves. We know ourselves too well. Girl, I don't eat that. Girl, I don't do nothing after that, after 9. Baby, all I do is I love sleep. I ain't trying to miss that. Girl, I'm finna go eat. I don't miss a meal, baby. I love me some food. We have so many limitations. That's all they are. We know ourselves too much. See, I don't like no man with no 3 and 4 kids. I can't be with no man who do this and that. And we make these rules to try to protect ourselves, and the subconscious does a great job at that. Keeps us in these patterns that's not particularly serving us. And we can break free. That's the good news. We can and we will break down those walls of the mind, even if it means lying to ourselves. Taste the tears and still convince myself this is not that. This is my reality. And where I am is on a ship. And there she was. So you can do these techniques just like I've done, just like anybody else can do. It's free. It costs you nothing. Yes, it takes practice. It takes time. But this week, I want you to try it. Matter of fact, tonight, I want you to choose one. People think I'm crazy, but, and see, this, that was another good prompt I used to use. People think I'm crazy, but I love eating out of styrofoam. I would say that I feel you judging me right now. I feel the pressure. Yes, I said that. I would say that at times when I wanted a particular food, it was a corner store by my house that served the best fish on earth. And if I wanted to taste some of that fish, and I know Papa was the one who would have to deliver this to me, I could get it delivered just by thinking about it and just by admitting or declaring, I love eating out of styrofoam. People think I'm crazy because I love to eat out of styrofoam. And I can imagine that styrofoam coming to my hand and pop it open and there that fish plate. And it worked. I did it often. I don't have to call my husband every time I want something. I'm not ringing his phone to death, although I can. I can be a worry a worry wart, but if I need him to do something, sometimes I can just imagine it. And I can say people think I'm crazy, but I love me a good cold canned Coke before I go to sleep. And I can taste it in my mouth with water, and all the sensations arise. And here comes a Coke. So this is human, common, default. Close your eyes and try this. So the next time you see me giggling in my phone or looking at my laptop, smiling all big, just know I'm cashing imaginary checks. I'm checking those imaginary bank statements, and I am grinning like a chess cat because I know the power works. And listen, once you start trying this, you gotta know how not to block it. I mean, a lot of times people say you can't block nothing. It's just a frequency or not. So if you try not to block the frequency or try not to stay off of the frequency, try to stay on the frequency. I want to show you a video that I did. I blamed myself. I wish you would go watch that because this video is a heartfelt, heart tugger. Lessons I had to learn the hard way about money. And yes, I blamed myself. And I was the one shutting out my own blessings, shutting myself down. So watch that video for me, sis, and let me know what you think about it. Because manifestation without the maintenance, girl, it's just a mess. Just a mess. And we don't want the mess. We want the miracles. So I will see you over there in the next video.